Cheerleader Tower, 15 tiles, 16 connectors. Okay, so we're going to build 3 cheerleaders, and we're going to make them 1 green, 1 orange, and 1 yellow, and then we're going to show how we can build those into a cheerleader tower, because cheerleaders like to do that, you know, pyramids, towers, all that kind of stuff. Cheerleader's interesting. It's one of our only structures that has a not edge to edge, not face to face, but actually a face to edge connection. And it's a little tricky to get started on here, so I'm going to review this from the cheerleader video. With the tile held, as we often hold it, with the top and bottom points closest to us, we're going to rotate that clockwise 45 degrees. Okay, so these are closest to us here. And now we are going to put, you ready for this, a connector in this position. If you look back at our square prism, we use that position there. Okay, there and over here on the back side, but also in that same vertical, if you will, orientation. Okay, ready? We're going to now flip this over and do the exact same things here on that side and this side. And that's tricky enough. I'm going to bring that up closer to the camera so you can just see that we're talking about all these are right there in the same space, and they're all oriented the same direction. And here's our corner that's closest to us. Okay, maybe rotating this a bit might help with that, how it's going in. Okay, so once we got that, we're going to now take and put a tile on each one of those corners. These are the face, so it's going to go to the edge, way staggered. So that one's going to go here. Okay. Then we're going to put one here, the same way. And those can pivot. Make sure they can turn. You need to be able to move it. That pivoting, by the way, is all coming from the edge connection, not the face connection. Flip it over like this. And one final one here.
Bring your action back a little bit. Good. That's great.
Yep. Here. Okay. And what makes this a cheerleader is the fact that it can stand. It has those beautiful parallel lines, and guess what? It's got 2 more of them right here, so I think you're going to see right away how we can start to build a tower out of that. Okay, so I'm going to build 2 more right here. We'll put this cheerleader right here out of the way. Okay, so we've now got our 3 cheerleaders. We'll put the yellow one on bottom of this tower, and it literally is just connecting these top to bottom. This one's arms, hands, will be holding up the next cheerleader's legs. So here's how you got to pivot these. Oop, there we go. Moving it like this is what lets you get them, those two parallel lines close together, farther apart. So we're just going to go like this and connect them like there. Okay. Make sure it stands there, the two of them, no problem. Our tower is now going to get even taller as I put the green one on top. Whoop. Let's see what we got here. What I've got is these two spread so far apart. I was thinking, what's happening here? So they got to be put a little closer together so you still have them like this. I thought I was mismatched, but it's just fine. You just got to rotate it. There we go. So, there we go. Ha! How tall can you make your cheerleader tower until they all topple over? That's a good question. Here, I'll put it right in the center there. But there's the tower. Kind of interesting looking. It does have a bit of a spiral to it. So as it goes up, it is rotating ever so slightly. I would say the green one is probably about maybe 95, 100 degrees rotated from the bottom one. So there is a bit of a spiral going on there. And that would imply each of these cheerleaders is chiral. We could have done this mirror image, and this whole tower would be spiraling different way. And we can obviously flip the whole thing over and have them all standing on their heads. So there it is, our cheerleader tower.